Most people think retiring early is a privilege reserved exclusively for lottery winners, tech entrepreneurs, or wealthy inheritors. But what if I told you it's entirely achievable, even if you're starting from scratch? There's a practical, realistic approach ordinary people use every day to retire decades earlier than society tells us is possible. My name's Simon, and as someone who's rebuilt wealth from near bankruptcy, I've personally discovered these steps I genuinely wish I'd known much earlier. Today, I'll share precisely how you can retire early without already being wealthy, no matter your current financial circumstances. Here's the wealth secret most people never discover. Retiring early isn't about earning millions. It's about simple, disciplined financial habits anyone can adopt right now. And the first step is understanding exactly how much you truly need to retire. Financial experts call this your FIRE number, the precise sum you need to be financially independent and retire early. Here's a simple formula you can use today. Calculate your annual living expenses and multiply by 25. For instance, if you can comfortably live on $30,000 per year, your FIRE number is $750,000. Now, this may sound daunting, but let me share a quick personal insight that changed my perspective entirely. After my business failed, I sat down in despair, believing I'd never retire. But when I discovered the FIRE method, short for financial independence, retire early, it revolutionized my mindset. As billionaire investor Charlie Munger famously says, the first $100,000 is a beast, but you gotta do it. Building initial wealth is the toughest part, but I promise it gets rapidly easier once you start. Now here's the second actionable step, ruthlessly cutting unnecessary expenses. Before you dismiss this as boring budgeting, let me explain why it's astonishingly powerful. You see, early retirement isn't simply about earning more. It's primarily about spending less and investing the difference. Legendary investor Benjamin Franklin captured it perfectly. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. When I first reviewed my finances, I discovered thousands wasted each year on subscriptions, takeaways, and forgotten memberships. By redirecting that money into smart investments, I shaved years off my retirement date almost effortlessly. I challenge you today, track your spending meticulously for just 1 month, and you'll instantly spot easy opportunities to accelerate your path to financial independence. The third practical step is increasing your savings rate dramatically. Most people save around 10%, but if you want financial freedom decades earlier, aim for 30, 40, even 50% of your income. Now, this might seem impossible, but here's the fascinating reality. Thousands achieve this every year, even on modest incomes, simply by rethinking their lifestyle priorities. Think about it. Every pound or dollar you save today doesn't just shorten your working years. It buys back time with your family, hobbies, travel, or whatever truly matters to you. Renowned philosopher Seneca wisely stated, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." By maximizing your savings, you're essentially buying your life back. Years of freedom and choice instead of work and stress. At this point, you're probably wondering, "Simon, this sounds great, but what exactly should I do with the money I save?" And that's precisely the powerful question I'll answer next, revealing the exact investment strategy early retirees swear by, something even beginners can use to rapidly accelerate wealth growth without excessive risk or complexity. But first, let me ask you a reflective question. If you genuinely committed to cutting unnecessary expenses, increasing your savings, and knowing your FIRE number, how much sooner could you retire? Imagine clearly what those extra years of freedom would feel like. There's another hidden advantage to this early retirement strategy almost nobody considers, yet it single-handedly transformed my journey. And trust me, it's not about deprivation or extreme frugality. Instead, it's something far more inspiring and exciting. You might think early retirement means living an ultra-frugal, joyless existence. But here's what's truly fascinating. Those who've successfully retired early describe it as the most empowering, fulfilling decision of their lives, precisely because it aligns spending with personal values, not societal expectations. Before I explain exactly how to invest your savings to accelerate your retirement dramatically, let me briefly share a powerful mindset shift, something crucially important if you're serious about retiring early. It's the principle of value-based spending. Value-based spending means consciously choosing to spend lavishly on experiences and things genuinely aligned with your core values, while ruthlessly cutting expenses on everything else. As financial author Ramit Sethi perfectly advises, spend extravagantly on things you love and cut costs mercilessly on things you don't. When I finally embraced this simple rule, early retirement became not just achievable but deeply enjoyable. You see, early retirement isn't sacrifice, it's liberation. It's about consciously aligning your money with your values, deliberately creating freedom decades sooner than expected. Now, exactly how can you practically apply these principles to your own life today? And precisely what investment strategies will rapidly accelerate your journey to financial independence, even starting from scratch? That's exactly what I'll share next. Clear, actionable steps anyone can use immediately. You won't want to miss them because they might just be the key to unlocking a completely new future you hadn't thought possible. The crucial next step to retiring early, without being rich already, is investing your savings strategically and consistently. Now here's what's truly fascinating. Successful early retirees rarely rely on complicated, risky strategies. Instead, they embrace simple yet powerful investing approaches anyone can implement immediately. Legendary investor Warren Buffett famously advises, consistently buy an S&P 500 low-cost index fund. Let me tell you why this straightforward strategy is incredibly powerful. Over the long term, the stock market has averaged around 7 to 10% annual growth. Even modest monthly investments in an index fund can quietly grow into a sizable fortune thanks to compound interest. Imagine this practical example. If you diligently invest just $500 every month from age 30, achieving an average annual return of around 8%, you'd have nearly $750,000 by age 60. That's life-changing wealth without risky bets or insider knowledge. The key, consistency and patience. Of course, I understand how tempting it can be to chase exciting new investments like cryptocurrencies or speculative stocks. I fell into that trap myself early on, losing thousands because I didn't stick to proven, simple strategies. Here's actionable advice I wish I'd had then. Always allocate at least 80% of your investments to reliable, proven assets like diversified index funds or ETFs, bonds or real estate investment trusts, REITs. Use the remaining 20% for more speculative ventures, but only if you clearly understand them. Now, another actionable step that's accelerated early retirement for thousands is building passive income streams. Here's something inspiring. Most financially independent people don't stop earning entirely when they retire. Instead, they create passive income, reducing how much they need to save initially. Passive income might come from rental properties, dividend stocks, royalties, or even creating digital products. For instance, when rebuilding my wealth, I started with just one modest rental property. That single investment quickly snowballed into several passive income streams, drastically reducing how much I needed in savings to retire comfortably. Renowned investor Robert Kiyosaki puts it best: financial freedom comes when your passive income exceeds your expenses. Even modest passive income dramatically reduces your required savings, accelerating your journey to financial independence. Here's a practical tip you can implement right now. Identify just one potential passive income source you could realistically start developing this year. Maybe it's investing in dividend stocks, renting out part of your home, or creating an online course sharing your expertise. Small, consistent efforts today build immense wealth and freedom tomorrow. Now, there's another critical aspect to retiring early most people overlook completely, yet it single-handedly changed my financial trajectory. It's preparing mentally and emotionally for financial independence. Early retirement isn't just a financial decision, it's a significant life transition, something I learned personally when initially struggling with identity after stepping away from my career. Billionaire entrepreneur Oprah Winfrey wisely said, "Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more." Embracing gratitude for what you already have, coupled with clearly defining your purpose beyond traditional work, ensures retirement becomes deeply fulfilling, not isolating or disorienting. Here's practical advice from someone who's navigated this transition firsthand. Begin cultivating meaningful hobbies, passions, or side interests right now. Consider what genuinely excites and inspires you beyond earning a salary. This isn't abstract advice, it's essential groundwork for a truly rewarding retirement. Finally, there's one more powerful secret that accelerated my own financial independence dramatically. A step many people dismiss entirely, yet one I credit for profoundly changing my family's future. It's actively connecting with like-minded communities who support your early retirement goals. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Actively surrounding yourself with people equally passionate about financial independence provides essential motivation, ideas, and practical support. For instance, joining online FIRE forums or local investing groups completely transformed my mindset and kept me motivated even during setbacks. Today you can start taking practical action by following these achievable steps. Clearly determine your FIRE number, ruthlessly cut unnecessary expenses, dramatically boost your savings rate, consistently invest in simple yet proven strategies, cultivate passive income, and emotionally prepare for independence. Here's my final challenge to you. Pick just one of these steps right now, today, and commit to action immediately. Small, consistent actions today buy you years, even decades, of financial freedom tomorrow. Now let me ask you honestly, which step resonated most deeply with you? Which one will you start implementing immediately? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I personally read every single one because your financial success genuinely matters to me.